Now I'm going to do the test hands with this deck, the new updated version, and I'm going to do 2 test hand videos and at least 3 test hands before. So yeah, let's begin the first test hand. Obviously the deck is already randomized. Hopefully I don't break on camera. Like, I've been testing it with the 1 gate 0 and it's actually really pissing me off. I literally drew it like 5 times in a row. If I draw it now, I'm going to know that I'm going to forever change it. And today I'm going to play like we're playing versus hand traps. Not the biggest deal. And now I'm suddenly upset because this hand cannot play through hand traps. Hopefully, alright, let's see. Some opponents are dumb enough to think that they should not Ash and they should wait for the pen call. Now, I'm going to activate, then let's activate Duelist Alliance. If they Ash, you have the call by the grave, so you'd grab, along with getting your search. We don't really have a choice, we have to search for pen call here. So that's the Ash. I'm not going to play like I'm playing through Nibber as well, because you obviously can't in this position. Pen call, throw away Gamma. Now, I'm not playing any other level 7s, which I should. I'm actually going to be punished really hard for this. So, we have to search Harmonizing. It's the only extender that's going to get us places. And Oath is a good one here. If I had played any other level 7s, I could still put up an entire board. But I don't. That is one of the reasons why I was thinking to play another Shanky or some level 7. Anyways, activate Oath. We're going to use Chronos Effect to put Time Gazer in scale. Then it's time to Pendulum someone. Be careful of the zones you use. And I think from here, I'm not particularly sure what I want to summon, but I know that whatever it is that I want to summon should be able to help build a board. And I'm sorry, like, not playing on next level 7 is really killing me right now. Okay, so you can make the play here. So this is it. We'll start making our link plays, because our link plays will get us places. So you're going to summon Hulk first. Hulk effect. You'll get to summon your Tuning Magician. Then you can always... No, let's not synchro here. Let's link on up. Celine. Celine will get 4 counters. Let's use 3 of them to pull back. Yeah, let's pull back Tuning. We'll use Oath to add back Harmonizing, so I can normal summon and synchro. So it's normal and synchro. The Celestial Magician is banished. I'll synchro summon into or Iggy Azalea and use these 2 to synchro into... My apologies. We'll use them to synchro summon into Boral. I could have went into something else here, but I didn't really want to. Boral will equip. Hulk is perfectly fine. You'll get 2 counters. I'm not actually going to put on the counters. The thing is, why I want to play it this way is because at the very least, I can get a lock. So use effect. And now I'll get Luster on the field. No, now is the time, the last opportunity. I have 2 Magicians in scale. Pull back herself. And then we'll link into Apollosa. What this does for me is 2 monster negates. And then even still, we have the LP. LP's effect. Could have made another play, but I just really didn't want to. I really didn't want to. So LP's effect. I'm looking for the sloth. And that's your headboard. So that's game one. If they don't find Nibiru, you're perfectly fine in this. I don't see a lot of decks beating this, like a lot of them. A perfect example is Virtual World meta deck. They can normal summon, but what are they going to do? They can special summon the monsters from hand. That's perfectly fine. You don't care about that. However, if they use a spell card to try and negate your slot, you're going to negate it. If they try to get the trap to the field, you're going to negate it. The thing is, you are not pressured to negate them until they're actually face up. So it's a win-win scenario. If we had one more negate with this, everything would be good. It would be a perfect lock. That is why you should always play 2 level 7 magicians, because I could have had Vortex on the field along with all of this. Alright, so let's do the next test hand. Oh yeah guys, a little quick reminder, I'm playing, apologies, yes, I am playing 2 Dragon Shrine, but I'm going to cut one. I keep drawing Dragon Shrine. I know it didn't happen on camera just now, but I kept drawing 2 of them together, and it's just like a red flag because both of them are hard ones per turn. It's like a sign I should take it out of the deck. Anyways, next test hand. That's a good card to see. Good card to see. That's bad now. Perfectly fine. Yes. Now shout out to the one guy who says I don't negate Shrine. You're going to die because of that. So yeah. The thing is, the only problem with this hand is that I have no low scales. None. Which is really bad. If I saw one, my gosh, even one. So you're going to activate that, and you're going to Shrine. Shrine is going to send 2 monsters if I want. Do I want to send 2? I think so. So we'll send these 2. Just in case if something goes south, you can always pull back and then synchro and stuff. And now we'll use effect to summon itself. Next effect to add gate 0. Really shocked I didn't draw it on camera. And it was very close to the top of the deck. Use this effect to search for the Luster Pendulum. Didn't really want to, but we don't really have a choice, do we? It's actually really bad that we didn't see any level 7s, but we can play Yu-Gi-Oh! We have been in worse positions. So, link with both. We're going to go for Hulk. We can start on the right side of the field. Hulk effect, summon. You could summon a lot of different stuff if you wanted to. Didn't really change anything, but just letting you know that it's best to see Tune the Magician first. Anyhow, things go south real quick. So you link off both, and you will summon your Celine. You can operate on any side of the field, it doesn't change anything. We can always use the Celine to Monster Reborn, but I'm not sure if I want a Monster Reborn so quick. Yeah. You want a Monster Reborn, just in case they are going to Nibiru. If they have it, it will bait it out. Because if you don't do this, they're going to nib you on someone. So I didn't want to do it, but out of principle, you should. Now it's time to Pendulum someone. Having a hard time to pick, choose, and refuse here. Alright. Spend as much as I could. Do I want to lock myself in dragons early? I really don't want to. Alright, there's a lot of plays you can make here. I can go into my Ignisto and pop this so that I can do stuff. But I don't even know if I want to pop it, to be very honest. I haven't used Celestial Magician's effect yet. I wanted to stun my opponent, but the mere fact that you've reached this point, they most likely have no monsters that can stop you, no form of hand traps. So it's safe to use effect and then synchro. And this is why playing 2 Luster is good, because if I wanted to get a free special summon from deck, it would be real nice right now. And the worst part is that I'm forced to summon Ignisto in this position. Which I really didn't want. This is just terrible. I can truthfully do something here, which is pop and shuffle back in, but I didn't want to do that. So, alright, we're going to do it. We're going to pop, shuffle in back our gate 0. We'll get double iris effect, get the time pendulum graph. Well, it's not going to do that much because I didn't find pendulum call, did I? I don't think so. So now here we'll put our time gaze on unfeel. Unfeel is the best option in this scenario. Then we can link on up into LP and someone from deck. But I honestly didn't want to play it that way. I apologize. I'm looking for the LP now. LP effect, someone sloth. Truth be told, as simple as you may think the board is soft, which I do, a lot of persons cannot pass this because sloth is really hindering them. Like a virtual world player would automatically lose to this because they're just going to pop when they try to negate this, and they could summon 100 monsters. You don't care as long as they can't go in their extra deck. So you auto win in that position. A lot of other decks can destroy you very easily. Elish, you destroy Elish in this position, but alright, next test hand. Alright guys, in the meantime while I shuffle, let's talk. Like the deck in terms of consistency, it's better than the PK version because I consistently draw hands that can at least play. Because sometimes I do admit the PK engine is very annoying to draw. Especially if you draw Cloak. Cloak was the most annoying one because that means you don't get no free Herald for doing nothing. And it hurt you if you saw two PK engine in hand. It's annoying. If you saw one, it's perfectly fine. You could have got full setup. But I get why persons don't like it, but it's really strong. And then you literally put up 4 interruptions for doing nothing particularly good. Your only requirement was to have 2 effect monsters to do to put on 4 interruptions. And good ones at that, like negators and alright, let's draw the opening hand. Alright. I'm already upset. Please be shrine. Oh, shit. Okay. Now to be fair, I have been in far worse positions than this. I genuinely do not want to play with this hand, but I'm going to play it out because of subscribers. Here, don't want to see sloth in hand, but gotta work with it. Okay, activate your Duelist Alliance. You can't play through Ash and Nib here in this position. Just putting that straightforward out there. So don't want anyone have a slight idea. I have to pen call and throw with the Duelist Alliance now. Oath is the best ad, along with Cena Tuner. No, Oath is not the best ad. My bad. I need to see White Wing. Definitely, I need to see her. And what else do I need to see? Double Iris is very good to have in this position because I can get the time pendulum graph off of it. Alright, so you're going to scale the sloth. Don't worry about it too much. You can pen summon everything. I particularly want the cards that are going to be stationary majority of the time over on this side of the field, while having the cards that are most likely to change position on the next side. This is fine. It could really be anywhere through. And use effect. You're going to summon your level 7 here. Now this is the next thing I didn't want to do, because I found, well, this really cramped me, the sloth. It could have been any level 4 monster, it would have been perfectly fine. But no, that is not it. It's 10 times more difficult. So I'm going to use these two to summon Hulk. Fortunately, none of them are banished for doing that. I'll get Hulk effect, and I'll get to summon my Tuning Magician from deck. Do not synchro as yet. You're going to use these two to go into Celine first. Apologies, not synchro. I mean, yeah, do not synchro it. I'm going to link someone first and get back tuning magician. Now I can make Ignister. So Ignister is actually a really good deck. Like a lot of person didn't get how good he was. He's damn good. Now I can use Ignister's effect to summon from deck. No, it doesn't change anything. It's not. It's not important. Now you'll use Ignister, pop, and shuffling. That way we can get our time pendulum graph. If I could just find the only trap in my deck. Link on up. LP's effect. Give them at the same slot you just shuffled in. And this is enough to hold off a lot of decks. Now that wasn't, I haven't drawn the main standard hand even though it's that easy to draw. And remember I use pen calls, so this is eating up 2 cards. So, if you play against any back row heavy deck, they immediately lose. So there's a lot of things you beat with this. And this is here in case Ignister actually gets destroyed, you just summon it right back. It won't even get destroyed because you pen call. So yeah, that's a thing. Let's see what I would top deck after done shuffling. Alright, at least ammunition more for time pendulum graph, but that wasn't a good hand at all. Let's try one more. Alright, on to the next test hand, guys. Hopefully I draw the full combo that I really want to show you guys. But at the very least, I'm not drawing my gate 0 anymore. Drew it 5 times earlier this morning. That was really deterring me from even making a test hand video. So yeah. Okay. And then there it is. Find one dark worm. Please, just one dark worm and it's done. I can win with this. I just like playing on hard mode though. You can activate your sorcerer and pen call. So you notice I didn't draw a hand that could play through Ash this whole time. All the gammas are in the deck. So you're going to add that and oof. So this is good. Then you activate off. You can change out your chrono from now because it's just a free body. And then, you know, the funny part is, even if I had 3 Dark Worms, I still wouldn't have drawn 1 copy just now. Or even the Revolution Dragon. Now that it's 2 Revolution I'm playing with all 3. But there were different cards substituted in. So I would know when I would draw them, so I can tell that it would have made no difference. There are sometimes you just draw a flat hand and you just have to know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! You would always get the perfect hand, and that's due to consistency issues. If Electromite was still legal, I wouldn't even be worrying right now. Like, not at all. Like, I'll destroy my opponent's soul. But the mere fact that it's not legal makes things that much more difficult. Because I could have set up a lot of plays if Electromite was legal right now. So you'll get the harm effect, and we'll summon the level 7 from deck. She's Dragon Caller. Remember, your time pendulum graph can be used whenever you're ready. Because we hard drew that. Make absolute your cross sheet play. And this is what I mean, like if I'm going to summon sheep, it's only in this position. So absolute effect, vortex effect. I get back the level 4, that's why I deliberately put it in the grave. Yeah, we can use Celestial Magician effect. Doesn't change anything. Do we want to use it so early? Yeah, we can use it. So we'll get a search in the end phase. Oh yes, I forgot my search in the end phase last time as well. So link with both of these. we'll go into Hulk before we go into our Celine. So Hulk effect, it will get the tuner for us. Link on up, Selena Gomez. Then I can use Oath to get back my harmonizing, normal summon her, and synchro summon. You'll get a lot of options here in terms of how you want to set up the board. So if you believe Sloth isn't really going to help you, you don't have to summon it. So if you genuinely believe it's not really going to help, don't go ahead. Then we'll equip Hulk. It's the best equip right now. For now, we can use our Celine's effect to pull back. Then we have the Tuning Magician can just pull back itself. I'll get the option here between, do I want to synchro and go for Dragite, let them play through 3 negates, anything, and 2 spell and traps, and then this is really hard board for a lot of persons to cross. A lot of persons immediately lose to a board like this. Or the second option would be for us to go for the lock. So you just use effect, summon the Draco Slayer, then link on up into up here. Then use effect to summon Sloth. Where's Sloth? On top of my... Really? So Sloth was on top of them. So this wasn't a good hand, but as I said, if you know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, the deck isn't really that much of a challenge. And remember, I opened with Gate 0. So yeah, this will be the last test hand for now. Alright guys, thanks for watching. You can try out this deck for yourself. I'm telling you that it works. Well, I know that it works. But the deck has a few quirks. Example, a lot of times you're going to wish you played 2 Draco Slayers, just in case if you drew one. But at the same time, you don't want to draw 2 of them. If there's any hand you draw 2, it's going to be a bad time. The Draco Slayers cannot be used as synchro for anything else but another Draco Slayer, so this is kind of bad in that position, and I require a tuno. So this is a mandatory for the deck. You might want to play 2 level 7 Magicians. Notice I use this as synchro material, so if they attack into this with a dragon, they're going to have a bad time. The Time Pendulum graph is there to save lives. But the deck is good overall. Make no queries. The deck is fantastic. The deck is great. You could be like some persons. What some persons would do here is that they play the level 5 Odd Eyes that could negate this, and then you go into Apolloso. I'm not playing that. Genuinely not playing it. I don't think it's a bad choice, but it depends, like, the deck you're playing. Sometimes it's not useful because you're just a 2400 body sitting in defense waiting to get attacked off. So it's not useful. Alright guys, not going to keep any longer. Thanks for watching. I'm out.